I want to remind the American people that it's we, the people of the United States. We elect the politicians. They enact the programs and policies on our behalf. So ultimately, we're responsible for what's happening in this country. I think that we should be a nation of faith, but because our leaders are not people of faith, for the most part, that we have policies and programs that are detrimental to our long-term interests, and especially detrimental to people of faith. If you really believe your Bible, as I do, there are consequences to our choices, and when our leaders make poor decisions, then everyone suffers. So I'm sure there are a lot of good intentions behind what is taking place, but I believe that there are cultural elites, and these are people that are well educated in media, in academia, in public education, in different arenas of our lives that seem to believe that they know better than the average mother or father or the average American, what these Americans should think and how they should feel. We have a global economy because there are some of those cultural elites that would like to erase borders between countries, and they would like to equalize so that we're all poor. One of the things that President Obama could have done that he has not done is address the immigration issue and deal with the very fact that blacks, especially black men, are the ones that compete in the same job sectors as people that are undocumented. And so, I mean, you could help Black America just by enforcing immigration laws. It would be so easy for the federal government to make for example, the E-Verify program, where employers can check the Social Security numbers of their existing and new employees against a national database. They could expand that and make it mandatory, and it would make it quite easy for employers, or even make it mandatory that they would have to check if we wanted to get serious about addressing illegal immigration. When the Bush administration started briefly, to aggressively enforce immigration laws, over 1 million people went home voluntarily. And so if America sent a signal that they were serious about being a nation of laws and enforcing their laws, I believe a large numbers of those people that are in the country undocumented would find it more desirable to go home. So there were a lot of positives from the 1960s, but there were also a lot of negatives that took place. And I think one of the most important fundamental changes was the fact that we ousted God, from our public lives and from our school children, and we saw the influence of religion as being more negative than some of the things that we bring into the schools. I don't think the Tea Party is a white nationalist movement. I think that if white people in America continue to feel alienated, and if the leaders of our country make decisions that divide the races by, through racial preference policies and through actions that seem very discriminatory, they could force white people in a movement that could be a white nationalist movement. But right now, the Tea Party is not a white nationalist movement. It's a grassroots movement that's trying very hard to be integrated.